quote a very infamous Sith Lord, this is where the fun begins. And we are going on to our first new major area of the Black and White postgame that is not the Challenger's Cave. This is the mighty Route 11! Time to see what we waited so long for, and it's disappointing. Starting off our new encounters, we have Golduck. Mediocre everything. Cloud9 is fun, but that was really only competitively speaking. Gliscor is, however, not mediocre or disappointing. It's actually got pretty decent stats across the board. You can find the wild Gligar here, and the item to get it evolved is also on this route. However, for those of you feeling a little daring, you can find wild Gliscor in the rustling grass. Zangoose. Mediocre everything else aside from physical attack and okay speed. Not great. Viper, basically the same thing, having the same frailty but decent mixed attacking stats, but it's also just slow. And your swarm encounters, for those of you playing Pokemon Black version, I debatably say you have a better Pokemon in Breloom. However, you're going to need to get it up to level 45 as a Shroomish if you want Spore, the perfectly accurate sleep move that this family is known for. Other than that, it's a pretty powerhouse physical attacker. It's not exactly fast, but hey, it doesn't really need to be fast when it can just put you to sleep. For those of you unfortunate enough to be playing Pokemon White version, we get Paris. It does, however, learn Spore in both forms, Parasect and Paris, but it's not that great. At the very least, Breloom's got decent offensive stats and kind of passable speed, but Parasect's just no. Also, if you want to compare Spore, Amoonguss learns Spore at level 62. Foongus at level 50. You're not going to get those moves by level up in the main story anyway, so I don't really consider that a wasted thing. However, as you can see from the waterfall directly north of us, you're going to want both Surf and Waterfall. I also recommend you challenge these two Pokemon Rangers that are going to be on the route, because they give Leppa Berries. Now, I know that I said berries weren't that helpful, and I still stand by that statement, but Leppa Berries are one of the few berries I can say are not kind of useless. Because they restore PP, and by this point in the game, you're probably going to be using a lot of higher damage, lower PP moves, which can have you burning through your PP quite quick. I've already had this happen when it comes to training in the Big Stadium and Small Court, where I'm out of Ice Beam, I'm out of Blizzard, I'm out of whatever other moves have, 10 power points. They're not bad, but the way that I battle, especially with regards to how we're going to be facing the Elite Four later on, and other large trainer battles, the Elite Four is really the only place that I can say Leppa Berries are going to be useful for. So I recommend stocking up on a couple of them, but don't really beat yourself up if you're not having a super massive supply of them, because you don't really need it. But Taranza's doing a great job of everything as he usually is, and we beat Talia. You understand each other very well. Good. Yes, we did. And give me my Leppa Berries. Thank you. We obtained a Leppa Berry. Now, you're going to want to go north, because that is the first thing on our list. Oh, also there's one more Pokemon I forgot to go over, and that is by surfing, and that is... But yes, the bio I want to go over is Licky Licky. No, it is the Floatzaline. This is a pretty powerhouse water type. Imagine the Oshawott family, but chip off a bit of the bulk and pump it into speed and drop the special attack a little bit. That's pretty much what you're going to get with this family. It's not bad, and it can definitely be a bit of a good glass cannon, though I still say Oshawott is just a much better family in general. If you use both Surf and Waterfall, you can get... That wasn't in my notes, but that's a good thing to have. Over here, I thought that was... Okay. Where's the Razor Fang? I could have sworn the Razor Fang was over here. Okay. Is it over here? There's a Max Revive, okay. Where's the Razor Fang? I know the Razor Fang is on this route. I just checked. It's on here. I know it's here somewhere. Is it down here? Okay, in my defense, I don't really know this route that well. It is a fairly... I didn't even know that was there. I was trying to click the water. Come on, dude. This game. Do I have max repel? I think I have max repels. I think I just went on like a splurging buy spree of a bunch of max repels after that nonsense that happened in the Challenger's Cave. Please, for the sanity of Maxis, tell me I have some of them. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. And we don't. Okay. Alright. Alright, well, I think the Razor Fang's over here, maybe. Okay, so apparently my research was wrong. There is no Razor Fang on Route 11 in Unova. At least in this game. I hate the way Bulbapedia has the black and white two things listed out. They're right next to one another. And the names are so similar, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, I lied. There is no Razor Fang on this route, so we are not close to getting Glasgow's item. Great. You know what? I'm gonna punch your face in. Because that'll bring me joy. Good. There we go. However, okay, that was a crit. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. However, there is one thing that is not incorrect about this route, and that is this Lava Berry, but also, you want to head northeast of this gentleman, and there is the Protector. We do not have what this evolves yet. Maybe it's coming up on a route in the future. I don't know. Maybe, quite possibly. Potentially, maybe. Probably. You know what? Actually, we're just going to fly back there because... Alright, and we are back. And I also forgot to apply the repel. This is what happens when you record at 12:16 in the morning. I know that my clock doesn't say that, but I have it set back 2 hours. That way I would be able to do the Royal Unova on Sunday without dinner interfering. Because I didn't realize how the Royal Unova actually works. If you close your DS, I don't think it actually counts time. It's 3 minutes in the overworld, not including transition, so I changed for absolutely nothing. Okay, so I was right. There is no Razor Fang here. That's just Black 2 and White 2 that had labeling be incorrect. What's in here? I think that this is... Yahoo! There's an awful lot around here. Oh. Okay, you have nothing to do. Okay. We're gonna skip over you, because I don't want to cover that. The village bridge ahead. We have one more bridge, or rather, after this, we will have one more bridge. And that is... the village bridge. This is a really unique place, and I just love it. It's a village, or rather a town, that is on top of one of the bridges of Unova. I think it is the See, woman in the minigame. Where is it? NPCs. You woman in the furthest house to the right. She will heal you. We're pretty tired. Don't be shy. Take a nap. Okay, so I was right. Now, there are 2 houses you're going to want to... Actually, there's a lot of houses in this route you're going to be interested in. Well, it's actually isn't really a route, but we have some Pokemon to go over. In your... Oh, what nightmare is this? I look forward to a new start. Try not to go together. Go to the village bridge. Make it end farewell. So does this mean this house is mine now? But, starting we have... By fishing in fishing spots, Lapras. This thing's got decent bulk across the board. It's not particularly offensive in any ways. It's meant to just take hits and do out a bit of damage. If the move Freeze Dry existed in this generation, I would definitely recommend it. But because it doesn't, your best option for dealing with other water types and making use of Water Absorb is Thunderbolt. Yes, it gets Thunderbolt. It has a very, very bizarre assortment of moves Lapras gets. Like Psychic, Thunderbolt, Thunder, and just a lot of other weird moves. I can't recommend it, because again, Freeze Dry is really good on, especially when you have all the same attack bonus that it gets. By the grass, there is Bibarel. Its 2 abilities both have to deal with stat changes, either ignoring opposing stat changes or doubling your own. Kind of terrifying when you think about it. It's also, like Audino, good for grinding berries because it can hold the citrus or orange berries, though it's much easier to get than Audino, because of the way that Audino works. And lastly, by fishing, we have Carvanha, or rather, Sharpedo when fully evolved. This thing is pure glass, but it knows how to embrace it and do a lot of physical water damage. It can also do decent special damage, though do not expect it to actually stick around very long, because those defenses are some of the lowest of any fully evolved Pokemon. And speaking of fish, a trainer. I am Hip Waiters. It's just a fishing club. Yes, we will join the Hip Waiters. The catch of the day. Today's catch is a Krabby. No. He will tell you a Pokemon that you have to go catch, and in return for catching that Pokemon on that day, he will give you 5 dive balls. It's not bad, but also I wouldn't say it's particularly worth it. However, speaking of a couple of useful things in the village bridge, I recommend you bring your dowsing machine out. And you head down here. There's a couple of hidden items around here, but the real prize, the leftovers. This takes entirely too long to get. This is a fantastic item. It's just kind of neutered by the fact that you have to go so long without being able to get... This is an amazingly helpful item just early in the game, or just to have in the game in general. And it is locked into post-game. Oh, you're a trainer. Oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, my little tangent rant about the leftovers is, I'm a fan of this item, though I generally only give it to Pokemon if I can't really think of an item to actually have them hold otherwise. It's still nice to at least have the option, because we already know Sharon had one of these for a long frickin' time, and you can't get it on any Pokemon in the wild. So yeah, I'm kind of a little salty because that actually would have been amazing on David. Oh no, you're just a string of low-level Pokemon. No, why? Why do you have to do this in post-game? Like, I don't generally mind when trainers have a full party of 6 Pokemon, So long as they're Pokemon that actually either give decent experience or at least give me a difficult battle, not are just pointless mooks that get one-shot by my sheer firing biceps of doom. There are 4 NPCs around the village bridge you want to look for. Why is that, you may ask? Now, in every other region, in every other town in Unova, there have been singing gives life to my spirit. Will you listen to the voice of my spirit? There are 4 musicians, and each one will add a different instrument. And also, I just forgot that I don't have Surf. This one will add his vocals. They are Enka vocals, I believe is a type of music in Japan. One will add a grass flute, another will add an acoustic guitar, and the final one will add beatboxing. So, I am going to try to get this entire song. There's the beatboxing. This is with the acoustic guitar. And how about this? You sound, just get your heart, your mind. During the day, I'm bathed, it just my body. Let's fuck we're off. Okay, where's the last one? I know it's... Do I need Surf? Do I need Surf for this? Please don't. Please tell me I don't... I need Surf for this, you son of a thing. And we are back. Let's get the rest of the things. Got the vocals, we got the beatbox. Got the guitar. Now let's get the vocals, and then let's go get the grass flute. There we go. No, get over the... Get. Stop, move too fast, bike. There. Your song, yes, there we go. I like your song, you're singing. And let's Surf, because I don't have a repel up again, of course. Whatever game made that change where, would you like to reapply a repel? That is a wonderful thing, and I don't know why they didn't do that sooner. Surprised of all games, Generation 5 didn't do that, because Gen 5 just innovated the most with just quality of life stuff. Now, let's get going, and hopefully we can find the last thing. Now, there's a couple of hidden items around the village bridge, one of which is a calcium and the other is an HP up. I don't really recommend either of these because I don't think they're that great, but you might find some use for them. And finally, the last one. Tweet. And now the completed song. I'll let you guys listen. Little song. There actually are real lyrics that people have applied to this song, and I believe you can look them up online somewhere. Because I don't speak Japanese, I am probably going to post the things here if I feel like it or not. But if you surf over this way, there is going to be another item for you. And I think this might be the calcium? Maybe? Yes, it's a calcium, okay. Remember, the calcium was not hidden on my list. And with that, there is one more thing left for us to do in the village bridge. Why are all the surprise trainers here? I didn't think there was this many trainers. Alright, that's done. Let's go on to the actual thing. And repels effect wore off. Welcome, thank you for making a reservation for a battle. Wait. I thought this was a mini game. Baker Chris, at least you only have... It strikes again. It strikes again. Oh, at least you only have 2 Pokemon, so it's not that terribad, but still. That is really one issue I can say with the post-game of Black and White so far, and I think that going forward, it's going to continue to be an issue, is just all the unevolved nonsense. Okay, at the very least, Ursaring's a competent Pokemon, so we might be able to get some decent experience from it. That's... that also kind of worries me, because I don't want to be super over-leveled for some things that are coming up, and we might have already been a bit past the threshold of being a bit over-leveled for them. Great. So I guess I know what we're probably covering next. Come on, how did you hold on? 1 freaking HP, a sliver. You freaking slivers. Just break your face in. And, okay, just... Wait. Ursaring and Combee. Bears and honey, that's clever. I like that. Okay, that actually makes this fight worth it. That's clever. I like that. And Darunia gains experience. Now we probably... Whoa, +5. Your strength is more than I imagined. I am pleased. Thank you. But... You're great. I want to hire you. What do you think? Work here as a waiter? Sure. I'm glad. You know what you're doing? Yes. Thank you. Did a great job. I like a cherry berry sandwich. Pika Pika. So, a Pikachu that... I guess you can be paralyzed with this game. Gourmet Chesto berry sandwich. Alright. You want a cherry berry sandwich. But ground types can't be paralyzed. Okay. 3 cherry sandwiches. Wow. Cherry. Chesto. Cherry. Cherry. I think that it's Pikachu's 1. Ready. Good customers. Cherry sandwich. Very good. Bunch. Yum yummy happy. Chesto sandwich. Very good. And you wanted a cherry sandwich. And you also wanted a cherry sandwich. There we go. Okay, now pay us. You are perfect. Customer satisfied too. We receive a Lumberry. You can do this once a day for a Lumberry. So, this is one of the few ways you can get berries outside of just catching Pokemon. And I don't mind it. I actually like this way. Though, one thing I can say about it that is a bit negative is it's just a Lumberry. Lumberries are just kind of glorified full heals. I didn't really want to be negative on something that's actually kind of useful, but kind of got to be negative on that.